And we're back, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate that. As you might know, I go through my Steam list of games, reviewing them. And next up is Alan Wake's American Nightmare from 2012. And this was, I believe, the first digital full download of a game on Xbox Live. So in that way, it has some historical relevance. But as a game, well, unfortunately, it's not a very good one. Our favorite tormented writer, Alan Wake, is back, and in his wake, pun intended, his evil alter ego is back as well. So all you do in this game, from a narrative point of view, is sort of chase your alter ego, and along the way he's taunting you through television screens and that sort of thing.
Hey buddy, I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you. There's a party next door. I'm feeling pretty good right now. A little beer, a little fun, you know? It's nice.
And the story plays out as an episode of The Twilight Zone or a really bad B-movie. And I guess that's all intentional, but by doing so it also loses much of the horror charm that the original Alan Wake game had. That was kind of a scary game. This game, American Nightmare, is not. You go around these boring-looking desert outskirts picking up lost pages of your manuscript that sort of tie the story somewhat together, I guess. But the game is way more combat-oriented than the original ever was, and within the hour you get a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle, a flare gun, a nail gun, etc. And if you collect enough pages, you can unlock more guns. And that doesn't make any sense to me in terms of the narrative. I mean, how can you... collecting pages and unlocking guns with pages, that just does not make any sense. So this game feels more like a really bad third-person shooter, and it's just not a very good one. And in that way it also feels really old. I mean, this is a game from 2012, which isn't super long ago, but it feels ancient in that way. And Remedy games were always more about style over substance, and that's particularly true for American Nightmare. It reuses that sort of slow-mo effect that you can trace back to the old Max Payne games, and it also gives you this sort of flame and spark effect when you kill enemies that come at you, and they sort of burst into this sea of sparks. But that effect, although cool to look at, wears thin after so many times, because all that happens in this game is you move to a new location and these sort of ghost redneck enemies spawn in for you to shoot them down, which is all you do. And after a while I just ran away. I just didn't bother with them, because all you do is just, you know, you shoot the one that gets closest to you until he's gone, and you shoot the next one, you shoot the next one, and you move on, and then new enemies spawn in, and that gets old really quick. And again, this game has probably some historical relevance from a gameplay point of view. This is not a very good game. It's a very sad conclusion to a very good series, and I think Alan Wake deserved a way better game than this one. So it's best to avoid American Nightmare, unfortunately.